Hi and welcome back to episode number 3 in the High School Athletic Development series. So in this video, what I want to go through is a common challenge that a variety of different schools are faced with in considering an athletic development program. What is it? It's to do with the justification of appointing a full-time athletic development coach and the resources that come with that. Now, why is it important? Well, the first thing that I want to highlight is that a lot of schools will justify that it's only something that is done before school or after school or perhaps at lunchtime at best. So why would you pay someone a full-time salary when they could work split shifts, or they may in instances work only a couple of hours here or there? So I want to shed some light onto this. Well, the first thing that I will say is that quite often from my experience is that casual coaches result and produce casual coaching. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, the first thing is that if you're paying an individual on a session by session basis, that may be, whether it be 60 minutes, 90 minutes, however long the session is, the individual, the coach, is likely to turn up 5 minutes before the session starts, at best, or alternatively, on time, setting up the gym or the necessary requirements on the field or the court that they're using for that particular session. Now, what's the problem with this? Well, how are they creating the session that they're actually rolling out? Is it that they're thinking about it on the walk from the car park to the school, or is it that they're thinking about that session on the drive to the school perhaps? Now, the idea of appointing a full-time coach is that it's best practice that is being implemented, that they've designed and planned a particular session with the necessary objectives and outcomes as a result of that session. So that's the difference from a casual coach to a full-time coach. But what I want to do now is explore things that you may well never have thought about in your high school specifically. The first one has got to do with the collaborative approach between subjects, or that inter-subject approach that is on offer in your high school specifically. So a couple that spring to mind might be the PDHPE syllabus. Is there examples in that PDHPE syllabus that an athletic development coach could actually roll out and successfully accomplish better than the teacher themselves, utilising a variety of different resources that they utilise on a day-to-day basis? Or perhaps it might be science. Are there elements or lessons that could be collaborated on in the science context with athletic development to ensure that it's a better learning environment with greater outcomes to get the students possibly out of the classroom into a different context and learn from that? Or perhaps you may have a STEAM opportunity being built or currently in place within your school and the setting itself. Another opportunity that is often overlooked is to do with the engagement of the school community. So what do I mean by the school community? Well, it's often referred to that parents these days are the performance managers of the future. Now, what do I mean by that? Because parents are the ones who are responsible for putting all the pieces of the puzzle together to ensure that their child specifically has an enriched or positive sporting experience throughout the stages of their journey. So it would make sense to not only educate the parents in your schooling community, but empower them to make informed decisions based on the knowledge that they can lean on from the full-time athletic development coach. Resources available to the school are things that people quite often don't think about to what extent is involved with athletic development. So if you have a full-time athletic development coach, there may be instances throughout a student's experience that they need the necessary rehabilitation on particular injuries. So that full-time athletic development coach can liaise and communicate with physiotherapists perhaps, or sports doctors in that instance. But what they can do is actually lean on other industries such as dietitians or sports psychologists to bring them all in to build the quality and depth of your sporting program that would fit into the portfolio of a full-time athletic development coach. And the final one that I want to talk about is to do with a multi-sport approach or a inter-sport relationship where the full-time athletic development coach can actually be utilized across multiple sports within the schooling framework. It's quite often perceived that the athletic development coach is just the guy or girl in the gym. Now the problem with that is that they're stuck in the gym. Now, a successful athletic development program would allow that individual to remove themselves and become a part of the multiple sports on offer within the school to service them on a variety of different levels. And by removing them, getting them out of the gym actively involved in a variety of sports, they may be included in field-based sessions, court-based sessions, or even down in the pool, as an example, in the swimming program. So, depending on the sports on offer within your school, a full-time athletic development coach is a worthy resource that can actually be utilized across a variety of different sports to build the depth of your athletic development program in the high school setting. So if you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date and continue to learn how to successfully accomplish and create an athletic development framework in your high school setting.